Hi everybody. Want to give you a short video today. There's a couple things that have come to my mind, and I think we've all been living in a lot of uncertain times and things that have been going on beyond our control. And the one thing that I felt like that God was speaking to me is you can't let the distractions of life steal or take your peace, steal your peace. God's working behind the scenes. He's working in places and ways that we haven't seen or we haven't understood and we don't know. He said, Romans 8:28 says, God is working always working all things together for good for those who love him, and we do. And so the best that the enemy can do is try and get you distracted. If he can get you distracted, then he can steal your peace. If he can steal your peace, he can get you into fear. If he can get you into fear, you'll start having anxiety and it'll go into confusion. And God is not the author of fear. He's not the author of confusion. He is the author of peace and of love, and perfect love casts out fear, right? So it was really interesting because I just noticed how some of these stories would pop up and grab attention. Oh, so-and-so's disappeared, or so-and-so's, they're hunting for so-and-so, and these kinds of things. And I thought, what else is going on? What else is happening behind the scenes over here? What's going on? Because in order for us to be effective in praying and knowing how to defeat whatever the strategy or the tactic of the enemy is to try and come in and steal, kill, or destroy, he'll try and get everyone who's praying, who's attentive, who's listening to God. He'll try and get us distracted by certain things. They'll pop up. They'll just pop up in your mind. They'll pop up in your dreams. They'll pop up in your conversation, or scrolling Facebook or whatever, or wherever you go to look for things. And so I wanted to say that I had this dream. It was crazy. It was like, I've had several, actually. This is a real dream season, by the way. So you need to know that God's pouring out dreams right now. There's a lot of prophetic dreams and things that are happening. I'm getting numbers of them, actually, 2 or 3 in a night. So, but one of the dreams that I had was for a ministry that I know, and the message was, make sure that you hold the reins loosely. In other words, if change happens or change comes, or if things begin to happen, don't hold on to the reins so hard that you have to have it the way you think it should go. Because God right now is trying to get us just to hold the reins loosely. He's guiding our direction. He's guiding where we're going. He's guiding the things that pertain to us. And so we've got to pay attention to the fact that we're not really in control right now. You can make your plans, but what we really need to say is, if the Lord wills, then we'll do this and that, right? Because we don't know what's ahead, what's around the corner. But what we do need to be giving attention to right now is we've got to be diligent in calming ourselves down, listening to what God is telling us specifically. And don't get distracted by all the things. Don't get distracted by things that will vaporize in a moment's time. Don't get distracted by all the different theories or get, and what happens is our emotions get involved in things that we read, things that we hear, things that, are going on. And we need to be spirit-led. If we're spirit-led, we won't have these outbursts and these anxiety things and knee jerks and things like that. We will be able to be steady in what we know and what we believe and how we are able to conduct ourselves. And it comes with maturity. It comes with just learning how to do it. Honestly, you just have to learn that when distractions come your way, it's because something else is trying to get your attention. That would be God, and he wants you to pay attention to what he's doing and not what all these other things are happening around you. So distractions will come to try and steal your peace. And so we've got to hold the reins loosely right now to what God is doing in our lives, in the lives of people around us, in all kinds of situations that are happening. And the other thing is that he is at work. He is literally at work. Doing things. He is defining things. He is crafting things. He is putting things in place for us. He's always working all things together for good. If we understand that, then we're going to realize that whatever we see isn't the that's not the truth. Whatever we see is not always the truth. It's just what we see, but it's not what God is doing, okay? Because our foundation's built on his kingdom. So if we can keep that in mind, we'll be able to navigate through these days. There's other waves coming, okay? There's other things that are going to try and come out of nowhere, that are going to try and sideswipe us. They're going to try and draw our attention. They're going to make us worry or panic or all these different things. And I'm telling you, it's a grow up time where we listen to him. He'll tell you what to do. He'll literally give you his instruction. He's going to tell you how to conduct your life and how it pertains to settling all issues around you as well. People in your family, people in your neighborhood, people that you're connected with. There'll be this settling thing that happens. So I really felt strongly that right now, because the next wave is coming. There's storms coming. It's foolish to think that they're not. They are coming. But God didn't remove the Red Sea. He parted the Red Sea. So he caused us to go through these situations, and in growing through them, we learn his character. We learn how to listen to how he does things and how he wants us to do things, because we have his mind. We do. And he'll show us things to come. That's what he's promised. And the more that we pay attention to him, the more that we carve time out, and we won't allow our soul, our emotions, mind, will, and emotions to get into agreement with all these things that pop out of nowhere and cause anxiety. The more we're going to be steadfast, the more we're just going to be able to say, okay, well, what does God say about that? What does he say about that? Because whatever he says about that is what we need to be saying about that. So I'm telling you, we're in that time right now where God is giving us prayer. We literally are getting prayer. We are getting specific prophetic understanding in dream life right now. We're getting it through the word. We're getting it through, there's just certain things that I just know, I just know that I know. And I turn to him and I'm like, hey, all right, so this is what I'm perceiving. This is what I understand, or this is what's going on. What is my part? God, how do you want me to position myself? What do you want me to do? How do you want me to stand right now? And again, one of the things that I heard was hold the reins loosely. You don't know which direction God's going to turn certain things, ministries and people in ministry. And there's a shift going on now where people are leaving one thing and going to another, and they're going to be finding themselves in new positions or in new places or connected with new people. And so make sure that you hold the reins loosely. Don't take control over something that God's just wanting you to be a partner with. Okay, he doesn't want you to control it. He wants you to partner with him, because he knows what he's doing and he knows where we're going. And so I just had to share that with you, because there's just a lot of distractions and things. It reminds me of someone going in front of a big tower, like in a city, like a skyscraper, and one person starts looking up right on the sidewalk, and they start looking up, and pretty soon you got 20 people standing around you looking up too. So your actions cause a reaction to others. So if you're looking at God, you'll cause other people to look at God too. If you're looking at a distraction, it will cause other people to look at a distraction as well. So we have a great influence around us, so we have to watch the words that come out of our mouth. We have to watch that we partner only with what he says and what he's doing. It's more of a strategic time than I've ever probably been in my whole life. So we just have to partner with God. I'm coming into agreement with what he says and nothing more. I know the voice of the good shepherd, and the voice of another I'm not going to listen to, because it doesn't bring me any hope. It's just destructive, you know. I'm not going to partner with anything that would kill, steal, and destroy. I'm not going to partner with anything that brings anxiety. I'm not going to partner with things that cause me to have confusion, or to have me be jittery, or to crumble, or to whatever. Now, we are human. Okay, so I want to bring this out. We are human, and we do have human emotion, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to have certain times where you just feel like, I'm going to throw my hands up. And God gives room for that. You know, he made you human, you know, and so you do have these emotions, but I'm telling you, it's like he's got this thing settled, and we just need to get before him and find out what it is that he needs for us to do. What is my assignment right now? What do you need for me to do today when I get up every day? What is it that you need for me to do? How do you want me to position myself? How do you want me to put myself in your presence where I can hear you? I can get an assignment, whatever you need me to do. I can pray the way you want me to pray. I can understand what you want to show me right now, the revelation of God is giving out mysteries and different things that we have never had access to. We've talked about that before. And so what is it that you're showing me now? Teach me your ways. You know, Psalm 119, teach me your ways and I'll walk in your truth, okay? Just show me how you want this to go down. And then he does give us certain things that we can pray into, because he will give us foresight. He gives us prophetic insight and foresight about things to come. Do we always voice them? No. Why? Because it's not time. It's prophesying out of season. It's giving hope to things that aren't yet to come. Okay? There's things that you pray into, and then they are revealed. They actually take place. They actually settle themselves in the earth, and you see them. That's what faith is. It's the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not yet seen. So you pray into that kind of thing, and then God reveals it. He manifests it right in front of you. You know, I've seen this happen in health issues. I've seen it happen in finances. I've seen it happen in family members. I've watched it happen with people in every walk. You know, in every walk, it's like you get before God and you just allow him to download you with what he wants you to do and how he wants you to pray and what he sees coming. So I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you that God's got this. He's always working all things together for good for us, because he loves us and we love him, and we're called according to his purpose. That's never going to change. That is always going to be the way it is. So we are going to begin to do more prayer things. I'm going to start hosting a prayer thing on my website. I'm going to start having nights where it's free. You just jump on and it's for 2 hours, and we're going to just pray effectively. There will be people that will be hosting the prayer time for us to pray specifically about certain things. We will not just, it will just not be helter-skelter, you know, it's going to be specific times, because it's a need for it right now. We've got to do this, and we've got to get our minds off of the distractions that try and come and to steal our peace and take us off and get all freaked out about every kind of thing, you know. That's exactly what he tries to do. God is not the author of confusion, but there is an author of it. And that's the one we don't pay attention to, right? Okay, so I just want to encourage you. I want to strengthen you today. I want to tell you that you know, you're in him, and if you're in him, God said he's going to make all grace abound toward us, that we always having all sufficiency and all things abound unto every good work. We're going to see God do exceeding abundant above what we could ever ask or think. Ephesians 3:20. I mean, he's just going to do these things, and we have to maintain our peace and keep our stability, and don't be freaking out about every kind of thing that pops up. Okay? If something pops up and it's echoing, it's just banging out of the internet or out of the news sources or whatever, it's because it's a distraction that's trying to get your eyes off God. So just know that. It's a trick. It's in one of the oldest ones, actually. So I'm going to be doing some more training. I'm going to start handing off some of my dream training to a friend who is very good at teaching dreams. And then I'm going to start teaching on words that work. I'm going to start doing I'm going to start training people on how to navigate the season that we're living in right now. So it'll be a course that we'll be doing. It'll be a 4-part course that we're going to start adding to our Zooms and our training courses, you know, for today. God took me out into places for 20 years and showed me what the atmosphere, what the mindset, what people were going to think like, how this was going to be. And right now it's all mainstream right now. This is exactly what I saw 20 years ago. And so I'm giving us inside information on how to navigate and how not to be taken captive by weird things and weird mindsets and things and people that come up with all these crazy ideas. So I'm going to help us to navigate it and avoid language landmines, and how we can still do the Great Commission and not get shot down and have walls up, and we're going to learn new methods and new ways of how to engage culture, what we're living in today, not 20 years ago, and how to fight giants that we're having to fight today and not the giants of 10 or 15 years ago or even 20 years ago, right? So we have new things that have popped up, but God's got an answer for all of them, right? Okay, so I guess that's it. I want to thank you for partnering with us. I want to thank you, God, for giving us strength to, to do what we do. You guys pray for us. You financially support us. You help us to get these materials out, to get outreaches put together. We've had a lot of different things come out of nowhere and hit us. We've had the same kinds of struggles, but I knew that it was a distraction. It was just something that God said, hold the reins loosely right now. Like, don't put so much pressure on yourself. If you've got plates spinning in the air with all the things you've got going on, you might want to just let some of them drop, because they're just going to wear you out. And so we just want you to be able to be successful. That you're always abounding in the work of the Lord, that you have strength and you've got joy and you're not being taken out. So, all right, go to my website, cindymcgill.org. Make sure and sign up for my shout. We're going to do another one here pretty quick. And also go to my YouTube channel, my Rumble. I have a Rumble channel as well. So make sure and go to that. And then we're going to, if you haven't gotten Words That Work, if you don't have the book Words That Work, the brand new one, it's also now on Kindle. So, and we also have an audio version that will be coming out before too long. And so I want to make that available to you. You can get it on my website. If you're from out of the country, you can get it on Amazon, and you can also download it to your Kindle. So anyway, these things are all there available for you now. So, we have the victory. That's what he said. So I just want to encourage you today. And I love you guys. And we're standing together, right? We are in agreement together that God is the God of the universe. He is the author and the finisher. He is the one who will remove evil and replace it with good. He is the one who powders Satan underneath his feet. He is the one who causes us to always ride on the high places. He's the one who gives us inside information to overcome and to be removed from dangerous situations or situations we didn't see coming. He's the one who's the protector. He's the shame taker. He's the deliverer. He's the healer. He's the provider, and he's going to keep us in him. When you're in him, you're safe. You're all the way safe. So, all right. I love you guys, and I will talk with you soon. Try to think if there's anything else. No. Be watching on my website for the new courses on Words That Work. I'm going to start doing a training on that. So, all right. God bless you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.